What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Life Stories Podcast. I'm your host, David, and I am so excited about today's guest, my friend, Miss Molly.
Hello, all. So glad to be here.
Yes, I'm so excited that you are here. And for the first time ever in the Life Stories Podcast history, we have a live audience. We have Travis and Aiden.
Hello.
Yes, they're there for some support for Miss Molly, and I am so excited. So we are just chilling here in the Gonzalez MTV crib and enjoying life together. And I want to get on the record that I'm so sad that you're leaving him for college, and I'm very devastated.
Sorry, I'd
So
stay if I could.
he said he would stay if he could, but he's not. He's leaving.
Me and Travis are both going to the same college.
And that's right.
which is so exciting.
So which makes me happy because I know you guys are going to be together.
yeah, it'll be good.
Travis and Aiden actually are one of my students, which if you listen to the podcast often, you know that I talk about CBC students almost, if not every single episode. And these are two, because they have both graduated, class of 2025. And so they're off being adults now, and I'm so proud. So proud.
That's so sweet.
Yes. Look at them. They're both grinning. But so awesome. Well, Molly, thank you so much for coming in today. I'm so excited to have you.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes. So tell us just a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are, what you're doing, real quickly, and then we'll get right into your.
I am. Well, I'm Molly, and I'm 20, and I go to Texas A&M, and I just finished my student team internship at CBC, and then I graduate in May, and hopefully get to pursue ministry afterwards.
That's amazing. Yes, she interned for our student ministry, which she did a fantastical job with our student camps, which was so much fun.
So fun.
Yeah. We were actually just talking about that today because this is actually my second and your second podcast recording of the day.
Yeah.
I was with, and you'll see it, the Gospel House Ministries.
Yeah.
With you, same podcast.
Yeah.
And we were talking about student camps. So I'll probably link that somewhere in the Life Stories podcast, social media. But anyway, so thanks again for coming on. If you want to go ahead and get started with your story, tell us like a little bit how your journey to Jesus, maybe a little bit before, and we'll just get into some random stuff. Maybe we'll put one of the guys in and
That'll be fun.
give us a little knock joke.
That'll be good. They'll enjoy that. I don't think they know much of my story either, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll start. I grew up in a Christian household. My dad used to be a youth pastor, and that was before he married my mom. And so we grew up going to church every single Sunday. My dad was Baptist. My mom was Assemblies of God.
Oh,
That's a really good reaction.
you got tongue speaker
Yeah.
and then hymn singer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that was interesting. And we grew up just going every Sunday. We were involved in a church for my entire time in Fort Worth. But then COVID hit when I was 15, 16, and we moved here. But I had gotten saved in 9th grade. So that was right before we moved. I got saved right after church camp and baptized right after. And it was a really good moment. But we moved right after that season. And that was really hard. It was during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And
Everything's already messed up as it is.
yeah. And I was like young and impressionable and just a teenage girl. So I didn't take it well. And when we moved, I got put into a private school after growing up in like really big 6A public schools. Got put into a small private school and did not acclimate well at all. And just had a very difficult time for the rest of high school and felt very alone because a lot of the position I was approached with was, if you don't like it here, like you're against God's will. This is God's will for you to be here, and if you're mad about it, then you're mad at God. But that was kind of the position I was greeted with, and that was hard to cope with. So I did blame God for a lot of stuff, and in that decided that when I got to college, I was gonna have more fun than everybody else, gonna make more friends with everybody else, and just do all the things that I just wanted to kind of just get back at God. And I was just mad. And so when I did go to college, that's exactly what I did. And I was at a lot of parties and at a lot of bars and living a very worldly lifestyle, and also had a series of panic attacks over the course of that time. Struggled a lot with anxiety and never had to like struggle with anxiety before college, but really, really battled that for the whole year, and had a kind of a third person moment towards the end of my freshman year in which I was at a party and this guy comes up to me and he's like, oh, and I had asked him, are you drinking? And he was like, no, I'm Catholic. And I said, oh, well, if you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. And that was like kind of a third person experience. Like I was like, heard this like, what are you doing kind of voice. Because I got saved in ninth grade. So I'm saved saying these things and saved acting like these, like this. And so that was a strange moment and a very spiritual moment, but it didn't really stop me from doing what I was doing. It just only kind of planted a seed, I guess, in me to like really, really think about what was happening. And so had this idea that I was going to be more cognizant and aware of what I was saying about God and maybe go back to church. So then the summer after my freshman year.
This is in San Antonio, correct?
Now I'm back in San Antonio this summer. The summer after my freshman year, we're in San Antonio. And a girl from high school texts me and is like, do you want to go to Common Ground with me? It's this college thing at CBC. And I texted her back and said, probably not, and didn't say anything else. And then, in true Molly Bentley fashion, that Thursday got sent home from work for having an attitude problem. And
it's so funny hearing that because I can't imagine that from you, knowing you now.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. But they sent me home from work, and they were slow anyways. They didn't really need me. And my mom was like, well, you can't just stay at the house. Go do something. So I texted her back. I was like, hey, girl, like, let's go to Common Ground, I guess. And this is when Common Ground had, like, nobody. It was like 100 to 200 people tops. And Nick says at the end of his sermon, like, meet 3 people. Like, learn 3 people's names. And so me and my friend, like, go. And we meet the perfect set of people, which is, like, Lane Nolan, Fernie, Andrew
Lane.
Duck, and all them. And they had
All the awesomeness
all of the
in
awesome.
one sentence.
I mean, we hit like the jackpot.
Yeah.
And they invited us to Whataburger. And
Hold up, pause. Because the thing is In-N-Out, and I'm 110% against In-N-Out. So hearing that there was an invitation from a CBCer to go to Whataburger,
oh yeah,
that's a miracle.
no, we went to Whataburger often.
I didn't hang out with y'all.
Yeah. Yeah,
Continue.
that was the move. But while we're there, that was really nice because it was my first introduction to Christians who really, really cared what you were going through, who really, really listened to you, and who wanted the best for you, and like didn't really guilt trip you and stuff. They just genuinely had the love of Christ on their hearts. My thought was like, whatever these people have, like, I want it. They very graciously invited us to the pool party they were having on Sunday. We attended, and then I had like some really good conversations after that pool party that really sealed it for me. Like, I'm done with whatever lifestyle I was living. That's not for me. Those aren't my people anymore. Those aren't my conversations. That's not my crowd. And then like was in very extreme, fast-paced, full pursuit of the Lord. Then, so like the summer was really great, and then quickly was faced with the reality of life, because Ed Newton will say life will life you. And life lifed me. And I got back to school and faced a lot of loss. I lost some friends, a lot of friends. All of my friends went through some really, really, really hard things with some people, and the only thing I could do every single day, because I had nobody to talk to, was actually read my Bible. So from August until around March-ish, all I did every day was seek the face of God. But I had labeled the season as radio silence, because I would tell people, like, God does not listen to my prayers, and God does not care about what I'm going through. But actively wanted to prove myself wrong, so continued in it. And then came in December back to CBC for winter break, and heard my friend Andrew talking about the internship. He kind of like planted like something in me, and I just like felt like I really needed to be there. So I decided to talk to Carly and then to Nick, and then to like apply, because I figured Carly and Nick will tell me straight if I'm in over my head. And then I applied, and then my prayer was, God, I don't want this if this isn't from you. Like, I want to be rejected if this isn't from you, and I don't want to get involved with something that you don't have for me. And I got the internship. And that I said, which isn't true, but I had said it was the only prayer that God had answered for me in a long time. Did the internship, sat in 10 weeks of answered prayers, redemption, just like dwelling with people who worshiped God every day and wanted nothing but to be the hands and feet of Jesus. And that was just the greatest 10 weeks of my life. I just loved it so much. So I want to do, like, this did nothing but affirm that I'm doing ministry for my whole life. There's nothing else for me. There's nothing else I'm doing. So that's me.
That's awesome. Sometimes I think God, when you said that he takes people away from you and it caused you to read your Bible, because I think even as a Christian, after meeting, Lane and Andrew and going back to school, it's easy to get distracted by people that are influencing you in a negative way. So when God removed that distraction and you said you had nothing else to do but read your Bible, like, that's a blessing. Like, I think at that time you didn't see it that way because it's hurtful, regardless of they're good friends or not. Like, when you lose friends, it's hurtful because you genuinely care about these people. But and when you look at it now, it's like, man, the healing process through that. Man, that's awesome. So talk a little bit about the internship. Like, what did that entail? Because I met you, I think, at camp. It was like very recent. I've known you for like a month.
Yeah.
And actually, it was the students that were talking about Molly. I was like, who's this Molly person? And so they spoke very highly of you. And I think that's the reason why I even like met you. When I heard your name thrown around and then I saw you, I was like, oh, I got to meet this person because the kids love her. So let me approve of this. Let me do some investigations. But no, you're totally awesome. And but yeah, talk about the internship and kind of what that was, like what your duties were, and maybe even just a little bit, maybe if God spoke anything to you. I know you said now you got your confirmation that you want to do ministry. What was that like?
Okay, I could talk about this internship forever. It started off, like, I was very aware of the fact that it wasn't all going to be...
Well, let's do this real quick. So the internship, for the people that don't go to CBC, because I've got a lot of listeners in the Philippines, is really cool. Oh, cool. So you're going to be international.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So the internship is a program through Community Bible Church here in San Antonio, which is our home church. And correct me if I'm wrong. So they've got different like interns that will place around ministries of CBC, like student ministry, college ministry. I don't know what else.
There's global. There's marketing.
All of the things that CBC goes through. So you were placed in students. All right. So now we've cleared that up. Like, they're like, what is the internship? What internship? The internship for Community Bible Church here.
Got to work with 6th through 12th graders.
Yeah.
All summer. And going into it, I wanted to be aware that it wasn't all going to be midweek. It wasn't all going to be games and quiet time. It was going to be a lot of, I always said cleaning closets and loading trucks. That's what I'll be doing all summer. And that's quite literally what I did, is I cleaned a lot of closets and I loaded a lot of trucks. But it was a good team can make anything fun.
Yeah.
And so having a team who was encouraging and edifying and wanted nothing but the best for you and the best for your walk with the Lord was like the greatest thing of all time. But day to day, you'd clock in, dilly and dally for a little bit, go to the coffee shop. It was really fun. And then
Jelly.
we'd have like a team meeting and we'd make sure everybody was on the same page, communicate everything that we have planned for the week and everybody's specific duties. And so check in on those, and then we would typically go to lunch after that, and then get back to the office. We had a lot of work, so I had to write like a couple sermon series over the summer. I had to write a couple papers, had to do a book report. So there's always something to be doing. But like, especially before camp, you need to take inventory of the closets, you need to order things, you need to plan things, you need to have this set up. And so that was really what it looked like on a day-to-day thing in the office. And yeah, I just actually really enjoyed that kind of stuff too. I loved the behind the scenes as much as I loved Squad Wars. And Squad Wars was so fun.
By the way, my team, the Thunderbirds, blue, we took the victory. And see, Travis and Aiden were not in that team, so they lost.
Travis
and
and
it was
Aiden
awesome.
were on my team.
Maybe I'll slide in that picture that took of y'all when y'all took that loss. Their faces are just as red as their team.
I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter anymore.
Oh, that's right. You were red too, weren't you?
I was the squad leader.
Oh, that's right.
I
Even
was
worse.
The red team
We
squad
had the
leader.
loser in the room. I'm just kidding.
That's okay.
No, but that was awesome, man. Camp was a massive movement, and there is so much that goes on behind the scenes because like volunteers like myself, like I'm not involved in any of the planning. I'm just kind of there, and with my high schoolers that I normally work with, and so you see like this. Everything from the morning with the Aidens and the squad wars and the services and all the things in between. There's so much more that goes on. Talk about camp a little bit. Like,
I would love to.
yes, let's do it
I
because
love talking
camp
about
was
camp.
phenomenal.
Camp was genuinely like the time of my life where I had the least amount of sleep. I've never ever had like such a little amount of sleep, but had to be so high energy the whole time, but just so excited to be there the whole time. First thing I would love to say about camp is that there are a lot of games and there is like a lot of free time. There's like zip lines and there's slides and there's like lakes and there's squad wars and all that stuff. But I'm really grateful that Pastor Caleb and Pastor Slayton made it very clear to us and the team that a person's salvation and their story is the most important thing that we're there for. And a conversation is not like meant to be stood up to get something built. Like that, you need to be available to everybody. And games can wait and late nights can wait for a student's salvation and a student to share with you. So just really grateful to work under that kind of leadership who just never lost sight of why we were there. But I loved camp. I loved just waking up early in the morning and just having middle schoolers awake before me doing eyeliner and straightening each other's hair. I was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all gonna get so sweaty today. But and then just like having breakfast with the leaders and hearing their God stories and what their students were going through, because I didn't get a small group and I didn't get my own set of students to like really listen to. So just kind of living vicariously through the counselors and what they got to talk about with their students was really, really sweet. But also just at middle school camp, there was always something to be done. Every second that you were awake, and even the minutes that you got to sleep, there was probably something to be done. There was always something to be built, something to be moved, some student to be taken care of, all of that. So middle school camp was very, very, very busy and took a lot of energy. High school camp was different because of the meals being set up the way they were. They like having breakfast at 2 different times and lunch at 2 different times. That meant there was a lot of downtime and things didn't have to get done as urgently. And so that was nice, but I did sleep through Squad Wars because of that. And I missed Squad Wars because of it. But during that Squad Wars, stop looking at me like that.
They're giving me the judgy eyes.
No,
That's why they lost.
they literally won that whole day and I missed it. Every other day.
You want to say something?
No.
Oh.
That's my generation.
Oh.
That's the only time that we actually won.
That was the only time that we won Squad Wars, was whenever I couldn't, like when I slept through it. Which
This
was
is for high school?
yes. And I would like you to know, me and Jacob Fortin were the squad leaders for the Mustangs. And we as individuals are hyper competitive. And I hate to lose anything. And he also hates to lose anything. So us together,
That's what made our victory so awesome.
there is no more competitive duo out there than me and Jacob Fortin. We would get when we got third place, I cried. They announced it and I literally cried. And I couldn't lock in for worship that night. And I kept going to Jacob. I was like, everybody says it's not a big deal and it's just a competition, but it's so serious to me. In retrospect, it's not a big deal. But that night it literally was because I thought we won. But Squad Wars is so, so fun. The Aidens make everything so fun.
Yeah.
In the office, they are a hoot and a holler and a half. Like they are especially Aiden Price, he's constantly bouncing off the walls. And then Aiden Lilly, sometimes he'll get the zoomies. And he's very...
It's funny because I can't imagine him with the zoomies. He's so so serious, very grounded and proper.
Yeah.
But by the way, they are, if you are a regular listener, they are previous guests. They will be on the show again together and I'm really
Aw.
excited about that.
That's sweet.
So I don't know where that's gonna go. We're just gonna go.
That'll be so sweet.
We'll probably do another live audience for
I
that one.
cannot wait till you see Aiden Lily get hyperactive, because he can, and he's also a big brother.
Yeah.
So he, of course, treated us interns like little siblings sometimes, which I loved. But yeah, them in the Good Morning Aiden show was a blast, and they were just
Yeah.
great leaders to us interns all summer. So
Yeah.
it was great.
I mean, Aiden Price is such a natural born leader for students. It doesn't have to be middle school or even high school, but I know that watching, the little bits that I've seen with like Vacation Bible School, he's just a natural. And I was actually going through my phone today before you guys got here. Both Aidens, and I think Lane was in there. It was during the church clap dance at camp, and it was something that Aiden did I had not seen, and the way he's so in tune with the kids is just like it's just a natural leader, and I'm so excited to see where he goes and the students that he gets to lead. I almost wish that I was 13 again, so he can be my youth pastor.
Yeah, he loves and cares for people very well.
He really does. Great guys.
Incredible
guys.
people.
Very. Yeah, so they were bouncing off the walls at work.
Always. Well, that's what I love about ministry, is that it can be very stressful. We
Yeah.
can be on like a very big time crunch, but especially with those two, like they make things fun
Yeah.
and they care about people, and it was just so like such the utmost honor to work on their team and just to be coworkers with them, because they're just like encouraging to people. So
Yeah.
loved camp, loved this internship, loved my leadership. I have nothing but incredible things to say.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, in the little bit that I've known you, like I told you, it's crazy to me that I have not met you, because I feel like I know a lot of people at CBC. Like I can't walk to the bathroom without getting interrupted like 45 times. But and so when the kids were talking, they were like Molly this, Molly that in the dorms, and I'm like, who is this Molly that y'all are talking about? And I think it meant you like maybe like Wednesday or something. So it was a couple of days, and then we got to know each other even more like afterwards, and I was like, so you want to be on the podcast?
Yes. Duh. I had literally, because I had seen like it being posted, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
That was actually at a midweek. It was both of y'all were there too, right? We were talking about it.
Y'all were literally part of the circle that
Yeah.
we were in after midweek.
Yeah. And then you were like, oh, I've seen it. You can't see them, but they're both staring at each other, shrugging. I don't know.
Bruh, y'all were there.
I know you guys were there.
Trust. It was after
I
midweek.
think we went to eat afterwards too. No, when
No,
we're
when
talking
he
about
invited me on the pod,
yeah,
and I was like, y'all should come be a live audience.
that's right. You did say that.
Oh,
College kids.
ignorant.
No. No. So I just think that what I find so amazing about CBC's student ministry is the authenticity of a lot of the leaders, and a lot of you guys are young, definitely younger than me, but like the Aidens and you and Michaela and even like the other interns like Andrew and was Lane an intern?
He did it last year.
That's right. He did do it last year. But he's still so actively involved in student ministry
yeah.
anyway. You guys have such a pure heart. And this is the thing I love about CBC student ministry is that the leaders have such a heart for the students. Like, I feel like there are a lot of ministries out there where it's friends going because their friends are leading. And it's about hanging out with friends, not really the kids. And I've seen you guys put y'all's friendship aside to minister to the students, which is a plus in itself. And just you guys can probably testify to that too. Like, the amount of investment and time that goes in from the student leadership, into the students. So, man, I think, Pastor Caleb and Pastor Slayton, and even with Pastor Casey when he was leading, do a stellar job of leading the leaders, and then the leaders leading the kids. And I love it. I've done CBC student ministry probably about 3 or 4 years, something like that.
I'm blessed. I think you were right on us having a heart for students. And I've just seen that abundantly.
Mm-hmm.
My heart going in because of how I felt in high school, I could have been helped a lot if I had somebody speaking life over me.
Yeah.
And so going into it, I just wanted to be who I needed. And I think that's kind of where everybody's
That's
at.
so good.
And everybody, like the testimonies of the people on that team are incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And they just want people to end up better and to feel the love of Christ. And they just do it so well. They're so gifted at it and they work hard at it. So I learned so much this summer from being on that team. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yeah. So Wednesday was the intern's last service. So all of you guys took a moment to, I think it was between it was a worship night. We call it City Nights for our student ministry. And so what that is during the summer, we don't have our typical like student flow of midweek services. I'm explaining to the people out in the world. And so we have this thing called City Nights, and it's just kind of like our summer interruption.
Yeah.
And because we've got camps, and then there's break, and then we did some CGs. But this past Wednesday, you all got to say a little piece, and so yours was really good. And if you kind of like just give a brief summary of kind of like what you spoke about, we talked about it a little bit earlier about freedom.
Yeah.
And I think I want you to say that because just the theme of this podcast is everybody has a story. Like everybody that comes on shares a story of where they were in bondage or whatever it is that they were going through, and then now they're living in freedom, not perfection, but freedom. So if you want to, if you can, I know I'm kind of throwing you a curveball on that. Just talk a little bit about that. Share with the fam bam.
So freedom meant a lot to us as a student team, especially coming off of camp. A lot of students got saved, but they're still stuck in addictions. They're still stuck in like rough households, things like that, depression, mental health, all of that. And so that's why we kind of wanted that to be our theme for the last worship night. And so we each got a little part that we got to share just a little bit. I wanted to share Galatians 5:1. Galatians 5:1 says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery." And I have a testimony in that, and the panic attacks that I had my freshman year of college were rooted in unforgiveness with a circumstance that I went through in high school. And in my head, I didn't need to forgive somebody, because if they had God's forgiveness, that was good enough. And I was never going to see them again. I was never going to talk to them again. None of that. So it was really just unimportant to me to forgive this person. But then walking with Christ, seeking the presence of the Lord at all times in the fall of 2024, reading about needing to forgive somebody, I just wanted to be the best person I could. And so I was like, out of obedience to the Lord, I would sit in prayer every single night for multiple times. And I would say, God, not only do I declare this person forgiven by me and by you, I ask that you bless them abundantly, and I ask that you bestow blessings on their family, and you keep them healthy and you keep them safe. And I would say that multiple times a night, through tears, through anger, through all of it. Not until I was indifferent towards the situation, but until I was joyful through the situation, and until I was pleased with how things ended up with the situation. And I'll tell you, from the first day praying that prayer, literally have never struggled with a panic attack or anxiety from that ever since. So I'm a very, very firm believer that unforgiveness is a chain, and you're a slave to that. You also just, when you choose not to forgive somebody, they win. Like, they've affected you and they've changed you as a person. Being able to win a victory over it is so much more powerful than standing firm in resentment towards them. And finding the joy of the Lord in a circumstance is so much more powerful and brings him so much more glory, rather than letting Satan have a victory over a situation and having Satan kind of just change you. And so that was my heart. That's always been my heart in talking about freedom and talking about getting out of a yoke of slavery. And so I didn't really get to share that on stage. But getting to talk to those students and getting to say, like, some of you are saved and you're stuck in addiction and you're stuck in unforgiveness and you're stuck in anger, and you don't have to be. You don't have to give Satan that victory. You're better than that. And Jesus didn't die for you to be stuck in that. He died so you could be freed from that, and you can walk in the likeness of his day, and you can have victory over these circumstances. It's so much heavier than people really think. They think you think you really have a lot of power in not talking to somebody and resenting them and being angry at them. But it's really not. There's so much power and strength and courage in forgiving and loving on someone. And just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you have to let them in your life in the same capacity in which you once had them. But loving on them and praying blessings over them, there's a lot of strength in that. And I myself have seen the benefits of it, and I'm grateful to have gone through circumstances in which I can say I've seen the blessings of this, and I want other people to as well.
Yeah, that's so good.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
I love your story. It's so, it seems simple, but it's so powerful.
Oh.
And I think that it plays such a role in the student ministry and even in your current season, even going back to college. Like, what you've learned in the internship, you can take.
Oh, yeah.
Because ministry didn't end for you.
No.
Like,
My college is a mission field. I think
Yeah.
people don't think of it that way, but everybody has a ministry. And if you're not in it vocationally, then you're in a mission field. And you need to approach it that way.
Yeah.
And you need to love on people. And I've already seen a lot of the benefits of this internship with the people at A&M and having really good conversations. Like, my roommate, oh my gosh, can we talk about my roommate? She's, first of all, my best friend in the whole world. We've known each other since 6th grade. She came to CBC and served at middle school camp, and she had her own campers, and she and I would have a lot of conversations beforehand about, she didn't have a lot of confidence in herself and in her testimony and all of that with approaching middle schoolers who may have other things going on. I was like, it's not about you. It's really not. They really truthfully just want somebody to listen to them, and they really just want to talk about what they're going through, and they just want you to love on them and pray for them. That's what they're here for. So getting to watch her lead in a capacity in which she's never experienced, and then post camp, she gets very emotional every time she talks about her experience, just because of how much it's changed her walk. She's much more disciplined now. Like, camp also feeds leaders,
Yep,
not
it
just
does.
students. And so she's much more disciplined, and her prayer life is incredible, and she like loves talking about it. And so, just the benefits already moving back to A&M. I just can't wait to see what else God does.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait to hear about it.
I'm
It's going to
excited.
be amazing. And you got a student going with you. He's
got-
no longer a student.
I've got
You got
Travis.
a graduated student. He's
I'll take-
excited. Look at him.
I'll take care of him,
Yeah. Yeah, because if I text him and he doesn't respond, I'm going to call you.
and I'll make sure. I don't care. I'll drive on campus, find him.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Like, a location needed. I'm just kidding.
I know he's awake. In the Corps of Cadets, you got to wake up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Poor guy. And he'll be bald.
Your hair is longer than there currently. No, that's awesome. Do you guys have any questions that you want to ask?
No.
I've just been taking it all in.
He said he's been taking it all in.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever shared any of
Do you
my
want to peek in and say hello?
Oh,
My hair's messed up.
bruh.
Want to, Aiden?
We can, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Come sit next to me.
Okay. What do I hop in? So,
Get sit next to
Come on,
Molly.
come on,
I think
Travis.
I think
Am
we
in
can.
or no? Yeah, I guess we'll,
Here. You can lean
Wait,
over and talk to
there's
them.
Aiden.
we're good. We're good.
Say hey.
Hi.
Speaking
Hello.
of
Hello.
the
Hello.
mic.
Hello.
Hey,
How are
what's
y'all
up?
doing?
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Hey, I'm Travis.
I'm Aiden. Nice to meet y'all.
They're
These two. Can I just say how proud I am of these two? I met them, gosh, when did we meet? It was just a few months ago, I feel
Yeah,
like.
it was like the end of February.
Yeah, and so I was part of a group. It's in our church. We call it community groups. It's our student ministry community groups, and so ours was the Pollard group. And I remember they showed up kind of late. You guys started pulling in, and I remember there were, and I say this. I've told you this before, that when I was actually speaking a little part, and I was like glancing around the room, and I saw you, and you were like, I was like, this guy's taking it in. What I'm saying, like this guy's, I feel like I hope I'm making some sort of sense. And then we got to know each other, and then we started hanging out, and now
Yeah, In-N-Out is so much better than Whataburger. Like,
Biggest lie I've ever heard in my entire
that's
life.
you've been to In-N-Out with us too.
I didn't go
You've
with
never
y'all.
come to
Y'all
Whataburger with us.
followed me there. I was already there, and y'all just showed up.
That's insane.
I was
I've
there.
never seen you at Whataburger in my life. I've seen you at
That's
In-N-Out like
crazy.
Here, pull this pillow out.
record, In-N-Out's close.
and then scoot over more this way.
Oh, such a good idea.
For the
Take
record.
that over there.
Oh, thank you.
For the record, In-N-Out is much closer than Whataburger.
And
I don't know
it's-
where the nearest Whataburger unit is.
And it's
to
much
CBC.
cheaper too.
There is a Whataburger closer to CBC than
No
there
way.
is to In-N-Out. Yes, there is.
Wow.
Because there is a
Whataburger's
Whataburger right at
right-
the corner of
right at the
1604
corner.
and 281 across the street from the Walmart.
Next to
And
the
yet we have
Chick-fil-A?
to drive.
I mean, sorry, the Chuck E. Cheese? Is
Yes.
that where it is?
Yes.
Is it Chuck E.
Right
Cheese?
next to the
You don't know where
the
the Chuck E.
Chick-fil-A where the Chick-fil-A was. And we have to drive all the way down 281 to Stone Oak to go to this In-N-Out that y'all absolutely love. Which, by the way, I think tastes like I'm eating the box.
You're
Yes.
just not getting the right thing.
I will say they have
What do you mean?
really
There's
good
nothing.
milkshakes.
There's 3 things on the menu, and then the same things, and it's animal style, whatever that means.
Don't get animal style. Animal style is not.
So there's only one thing. It's a burger.
Just get a double cheeseburger and fries. That's all you need.
The double.
Double, yeah. Double. 2 double doubles of fries. And a milkshake if you're feeling great.
Mm-mm.
It's okay.
Sorry,
we
it's
had
a-
a lot of good memories at both. I mean, we've gone to like
We've
Chick-fil-A
actually
and
gone
stuff.
to both because remember we
I don't-
we went to Whataburger after CG one time.
CG,
Yeah,
we go to
that's
Whataburger
different.
more.
Yeah.
We don't go to In-N-Out after CG, but we've gone to a lot of fast food places. But those are always the best times.
Seriously.
Like it's the community.
I mean,
after
Whataburger
the
is
events.
open way longer too.
Okay,
So
Wait, Whataburger is open no longer?
Whataburger's open all the time.
Guys, let me put you on to Fuego.
Never been to Fuego.
Fuego
before.
never closes because Whataburger will close their like dining room. Fuego's 24/7.
What's Fuego?
It's
Whataburger doesn't
a
close their
taco
dining room.
You're going to
place.
the wrong Whataburger.
First of all, if we're gonna talk about tacos,
Oh,
Taco Palenque.
Taco
Yeah, I've never
Palenque
been
is
there before.
really good. I had it for the first time a couple weeks ago with
I've never.
Pastor Jeff McCauley's
We went-
son Luke.
We went one time and then we left. And
Yeah, we
played
didn't even make it
pickleball.
inside the restaurant. We just left. Like,
When we went
That's
with Julian
wild.
Mack, yeah.
oh wait, that's right.
That was-
Yeah,
but
we
I
showed
ended up
up-
staying
we
because
should have stayed.
yeah, and everyone's like,
For
yeah,
your
I'm not
Taco
hungry.
Palenque.
because well, I had already told because Jackson and Hudson and Adam were supposed to meet us there, and I think we had changed it already, and I was like, I can't
Bro, I
change
wish-
it on these guys already.
Yeah. I wish I knew them sooner. They're such awesome
Yeah,
people.
you
Yes,
should
they
have
are.
introduced us to them.
They're at my CG. I love them.
Well,
Are you the Jones?
that's awesome.
The Jones CG is incredible
Yeah.
because
The
when
Pollard CG was life changing.
dog we
It
had
really was.
Palmer Jones at our CG.
Did he
Come
say
on.
anything?
Huh?
Did he say
We,
anything?
oh, what's it? Michael.
She?
Michael?
Queen
Michael?
Palmer?
Is she?
Michael.
Palmer.
I've never
The,
met her.
the Pollards.
I've never
Pastor
met
Caleb's daughter.
Oh,
I
Michael.
don't
We have-
know. I don't know.
We
the
have
child.
Michael Pollard.
We have
Oh,
Palmer and Isaiah Jones.
She's too.
Palmer will say, "Oh my goodness, Palmer. She's in the midst of being potty trained, and we all get to know about it.
Oh.
It's incredible,
Oh, I imagine. I mean, I
Good
just
training.
yes, yeah.
we have Aiden Price.
bruh."
We did
We-
have
we
Aiden
did.
Price.
We did,
wait,
not
wait,
anymore.
wait. We did have Aiden Price, but who else did we have?
We had Big Mac. We had you.
That's where I was headed.
We had Aiden Villarreal.
Yeah, we had David.
Yeah, see, he's got this. This is why he's on my couch.
I literally said you.
We got the going away Aggies crew over there.
Oh, that's right. Oh, hey, this was totally not planned.
So long, friends.
Um,
Bye, Fred.
do you guys want to say something real quick about like the CGs or just like your camp experience?
I could talk about it.
Yeah,
If you
come
want
on.
me to. So
Yes.
we started going to CG this year during February, and I think for both of us it was actually life changing. Like it was the first time that we experienced community to that extent, and kind of like Molly said, like seeing people pour into us and like be what you kind of want. Like going into high school, like there's mentors, there's your parents, but it's not the same. Like having people that are like just above our age, like 21, 22, truly mentor us in like a Christian sense was actually insane. Like the community, everything, it was insane. Like I'm a drastically different person from 6 months ago to now because of community groups. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
shout out community groups. They're not lying. CBC, it's great. Good community groups.
Yeah, I wish you would have brought us sooner.
We didn't know about it.
I mean, I'm not allowed to do
Bro,
anything
God's
unless
timing.
Aiden
Alright.
goes. So like,
Okay.
I guess. I mean, I think that was pretty solid. I mean, I guess.
You're
guess
totally not in the
I'll
frame.
talk about camps.
Keep
Yeah.
kidding.
You're good.
I'm still here, by the way. I'll talk about camps, I guess. I mean, yeah, like going back to what Aiden said, like that group of community, and it's just like in a better environment. You're away from everything. It doesn't even feel like.
Lean into the camera for us.
Are you serious?
Here, actually,
you're in it,
can
good.
you push the camera just just a tiny, tiny bit? Because I don't want you to go out of the camera. No, just turn it right there. Just like push it.
This one?
No, just there. Just push the whole thing. There you go. Okay, there you go.
Wait, there we go.
My back.
Is that good?
Let's see.
You're in, dog.
Can I sit up straight or no?
There you go. There, that's good.
Oh yeah, I mean going to camp, like it's a great experience. It's nice being away for a couple days, like where you don't have to go home. You don't have to like live your normal life. Basically, you can just go hang out with your friends, like learn more about Jesus, meet a bunch of crazy new people. I mean, have a great time, and it's like, I don't know, it's life changing. Every year I've been going since summer after my second grade year. So it's been a minute for sure. I've gotten something new out of it every year, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm excited to go next year as a counselor, even though it's not going to be the same. It's going to be
It's gonna be better because you're a counselor.
Yeah,
gonna be better.
so-
I mean, and they are changing. It's not going to be like
Yeah.
a whole. summer
Yes.
camp.
I can jump in here. I did middle school camp this year as a counselor. This is my first time doing like a ministry training, or I guess something in ministry, and it was insane. That's kind of like what Molly was saying, like being able to be what other kids needed was what inspired me into doing something like that in ministry. And it was just a great experience. I had 8 out of my 12 boys give their lives to Christ. And going into it, kind of like what your friend was saying, like I didn't feel qualified for it at all, which is just, it's hard to mentally commit to it, being like your first time doing anything like that. It was great. Like the main thing that I did going into it was just establishing my heart posture to like understand this isn't me that's going into this. It's God working through me. And yeah, it ended up being great. Like 8 out of 12. And then we found out the other 4 were also already saved. So we were a perfect 100%, on salvation. So yeah, but it was awesome. Middle school camp was great. So yeah, we'll see where I continue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's awesome. I love that. I wish that I love, because again, I talk about the students that I particularly mentor, and that you two are definitely underneath that like circle of love. And now that you guys are graduated and becoming adults and kind of doing your own thing, like I wish we could have planned this. I would have loved to have like the graduated group, like you guys, Zayden and Jackson, and just kind of like tell your stories of being part of student ministry, just because that gets talked about a lot in this particular podcast. But yeah, just having you two here, and honestly, this wasn't planned. This is totally still Molly's story. But the thing is like hearing her story is a seed in your guys' journey. And so I think it's even amazing to share as well, and encouraging for anybody who's maybe in student ministry and who it doesn't feel like they're making an impact, because you're sacrificing time. Like I have a full-time job. I don't work in ministry, but I volunteer in ministry. But like it takes me an hour to get to midweek from my work. I leave at 5. I get to church at 6. This is when we have to be there technically for like our huddle. And I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, we had an emergency at work. Actually, this Wednesday, one of my employees, his son, unfortunately took his own life, and so I had texted Aiden. So I'm like, hey, I might be late. And then Aiden Lindley texted me back, and he's like, you know what? Just take don't even come in. Like, just do what you gotta do. And I'm like, bruh, like, I'm not going to miss midweek for anything, especially it being like literally the last anything, especially for you or for you guys. Like, you guys are no longer students. But that's like my happy place. Like, and like, I think you said it, like being a leader, it's not me always pouring into you guys, but you guys pour into me just as much. Like even like our talks at Whataburger or In-N-Out, like I go home thinking about, I'm like, man, like what you said really ministered to me. Like you guys don't think that just because you're 18 or 19 years old, your words don't make an impact. But I'm definitely a lot older than 20 something years old, but I mean, just what you guys say, it makes an impact. And I think about it, even at work, like sometimes like I could be really stressing out at work, and something that you guys said that speak to me. Like, I don't know if you guys were there at the Pollard group, and I cannot remember his name, but he said something that he shared a testimony at one of the Pollard group. And I don't know if you guys were there. Tell me if you remember this. that he talked about how he was angry at school or something, and so he wanted to get on his podcast, or not his podcast, like at his music, and like find the most angry song he could find, and ended up being "For King Country Choose Joy." Do you remember that story?
I do remember that.
You remember that story? And
remember
it
that.
changed his entire like outlook. And that spoke to me. Like I literally took a picture. I think I sent it to him, and I wrote it on a post-it note, "Choose joy," because my job can literally test my patience. And I find myself losing my joy and losing my temper a lot of times. And him saying that spoke to me. That's crazy because it's like he's a high schooler. And I mean, you know, you guys, again, I'm going to say it so I'm blue in the face. You guys literally don't understand how much of an impact you make for us leaders that have already living our life and have gone and through our youth age. And, you know, now that some of us are in middle life, but middle-aged, but, you know, and it's very impactful for me. So I get blessed just as much serving in student ministries. I get blessed by you guys just as much as you claim to be blessed by us. But I'm so grateful for both of you guys. I'll say it. I am so proud of both of you. And just since February, like we said, I've seen you guys grow. And I wish that we would have had more time together. But gosh, just in those few months, getting to know you guys, I've seen you guys grow. I've seen you reach out. Like anytime too, like if I have people that come to CG or even at student or by themselves or the first time, I'm like, I know who I'm going to reach out to. Like, I feel like a lot of my group of guys, if I say this, "Hey, I need a favor," and like, even like Cooper, he'll be like, "Where is he?" Like, he just already knows, like, there's a new kid who's the first time and I need you guys to talk to him. And you jump into action. You guys are natural born leaders already. And I'm just so excited to see what God does in both of you guys.
Thank you. I mean, we're not dying. We're still gonna we're still gonna be around. But yeah.
That's a new shirt. We're not dying. But yeah, I wanted to get you guys in here. That's so cool that you guys were able to make an appearance. But yeah, I mean, now, Molly, back to you. Like, your story is amazing, and it's encouraging. I know to these kids, adults now, but you know,
No, don't say it.
yeah, we all get there. We're all gonna be there. We're all gonna get there. I'm gonna always be ahead of y'all, but you will be there. Well, that's all I had. Did you have anything else?
Wait, guys, floor is open.
Yeah.
Please.
Can't put us on the spot like that.
Bruh, I told you an hour and a half ago to think of questions.
I'm just trying to blank. I was just so focused on listening.
Just open.
I think you did a great job.
Thanks.
I think you covered quite a bit.
I'm a big yapper.
We know.
I'm a yapper too. But I talk so fast, and it's the hardest thing to edit these things. Or sometimes I used to listen to the podcast after I would drop them and I would listen to them in the car. But then I stopped because immediately I'm like, oh, that's horrible. Why did you say that? Why did you talk that fast? It sounds like sometimes like I would glance at the screen or the CarPlay screen because I'm like, is it fast forwarding? Like, why did it sound? Why am I talking so fast?
Talking fast is definitely a learned trait for me, too. Or talking slow is a learned trait for me because I
Yeah.
love, like, I watch Gilmore Girls. Have you seen it?
Can't say that I have.
Guys, this is sad.
That's a woman show.
What? Are you kidding me? No, I watch Gilmore Girls, and they talk so fast on that show, and I stole my personality from the characters from that show. I'm going to be honest. I'll tell you who I am, okay? I stole my personality from them, and they talk so fast. So I decided, like, I talk really fast because of it, and...
I think for me is I am not a process person. I do not like the process. You know, when people say, trust the process, I'm like, can we just delete the process? Like,
We can't just skip to the end.
well, that's
It's all about the climb.
It's a climb.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the process. And I have to like train myself, like enjoy the process. Like
I have a recommendation for you.
oh my God.
You need to do the 75 hard. Do you know what that is?
I've heard
Negative. That's gonna
No.
be a hard
Dude,
pass.
listen, it is so good.
She's trying to kill me.
Listen, I did it for 35 days, and I only quit because I lost way too much weight doing it, and I just because I was up all the time and just on a diet and also running all the time. So I had to stop for like to keep alive. But in that 35 days, had no social media, and then did the diet, worked out twice a day, all of that. And I have like grown such an appreciation for the process, because in the process you see progress, and I
My anxiety is just spiking right now thinking about it.
that's crazy. No, it's so good for you.
I bet.
Discipline is the best form of self-love.
Yeah, well, that's great.
You need to do 75 hard. And when me and Travis come back from college, you're going to be Mr. Macho. And we're going to be like,
We
you did
should
it.
start tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine giving up social media? I'll tell you something that
Not that, bro. It's great.
It's so good
sure
for you.
it is.
Wait, can I talk about social media for a second?
Wait, yes, but I want to make this comment because Jackson Kyle.
Yeah.
I had said jokingly not really jokingly. I told him we were at Cane's and it was me, Jackson, and Aiden Price, and I had said I want to go to this place. It's out in Brackenville, Texas, and there's nothing to do there. It's like an old motel. There's a swimming pool and there's like trails and things. Like there's like one restaurant. Yes, I would love to take you guys out there. The pool's empty because of the drought, but whatever. And I was like, I don't want to get on social media. I just want to like take the Saturday and Sunday or Friday off. And Jackson goes, dude, we're going to think you're dead.
Oh, I was there.
Were you there?
Yes. I remember us talking about that. Yes.
I'm post all the time. It's just I need prayer.
No, because I'll tell you, I'll give you a little reality check on social media. I actually think it is the worst thing in the world.
I agree. I'm not even going to lie. Yes.
Being off of it was so nice. I'm back on it because it is such a useful tool in ministry. All the students have it.
Yeah.
All of that. They want to get connected with you. But being like, I don't have TikTok anymore and all of that.
TikTok is so bad.
I don't have Snapchat. I think Snapchat's
The
the
death
worst.
scrolling.
It's not I wouldn't say it's the worst. It's useless.
I love
in my opinion.
Snapchat.
I think
Snapchat, because there's no,
Snapchat's pretty dumb.
Bro, texting's annoying.
but no,
Get the
social
streak.
media, nobody was meant to have access to you the way people do on social media. That and affirmation is such an addiction to people, and you can get it through social media, and has rewired people's brains that now when you don't affirm who they claim to be or who they want to be and where they put their identity in it, they take it very personally and they see it as hatred. And so because of social media having access to people who will affirm you and all of that, it has genuinely just deteriorated everybody's brains. And
That's
I'm
true.
so against it.
I think also instant gratification has also been
Instant
abused.
gratification is a dopamine rush.
Yeah, it's insane.
That people
It's so bad.
are addicted to, and that's why they post, and that's why it's fed into so much insecurity. And I have such a heart for people who are just so concerned with what they look like all the time, what they're gonna post, how many views, how many comments, how many likes, because it's really not about that. And having a secure identity in the Lord has fixed, because I mean, like I told you before we started filming, is that I really loved TikTok for a really long time. And just being out of that and seeing
Yeah.
how much, like the prayer being, God, let me see myself the way you see me, and seeing a lot of like fruit in that has been such a blessing. So I'm social media hater, but I have it.
Yeah, that TikTok algorithm is the devil.
Oh yeah.
You spend 1 second watching something about, I don't know.
Pink fluffy unicorns jumping on rainbows.
What?
Yep.
Like it could be like something like just rainbows, like and unicorns, and then your entire
Yeah.
Your
it's
entire For You page
the
turns
dumbest thing. Also the brilliant. It's brilliant.
It is
I think
brilliant.
I think it's fun.
But
I don't have TikTok though.
You have Instagram.
Instagram Reels.
And-
People will be like,
and
oh,
you have Snapchat.
My Instagram reels are great. though.
Snapchat.
Shots
people will be like,
fired.
oh, I don't have
Shots fired.
TikTok, but they have Instagram.
You know,
and
I
they're
will
on Reels.
say that I'm actually surprised that Snapchat is still a thing. Because
think
Snapchat was big when I
needs
was
to die.
younger.
Snapchat needs
And I had Snapchat. I have Snapchat on my phone. I don't use it. But
So my parents didn't let me have social media from like when I grew up. Like it wasn't a thing, and then I got it when I was like 13 or something. When I got like my phone, my first phone or whatever, no, I got my first phone when I was going into middle school, and then high school I got social media, and I couldn't have Instagram for a while, but I had Snapchat and TikTok, and I had those for about 2 months, and then I deleted them both, and I was like, these are the dumbest thing ever.
There's no responsibility.
I remember when I first met Aiden, I was like, "You have Instagram?" He's like, "Yeah, but I don't have it on my phone." I was like, "Well, then what's the point of having it?" But
I would have it sometimes, and I'll download it for camp season because like that's I like kind of like you're saying, like it's important for ministry. It kind of is,
yeah,
and it's cool. It's fun to have, and like the hype videos for camp are hype. You know,
They're really.
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
I
But,
just
yeah, no.
I'm very active on social media.
And we appreciate that about you.
Yeah, I
Does it not-
appreciate
does
that
it
you
not make you
appreciate.
feel
It makes
No,
me
I
feel.
went and looked at all of your posts when you followed me.
You know what?
The AI photos
Yes.
are good.
Is your profile photo not an AI photo?
I'm pretty sure.
It is an AI photo.
I could take those photos.
They look legit though. Like,
Let's see how
No, they're
many
great.
right now. Let's see. I have a 7,702 posts on
yeah, no way I'm
Instagram.
going through all that.
Didn't look at every
You
single one of
have-
them, but I
you
did
have
look at a good
6
chunk.
posts for every follower you get. So that means it takes 6 posts before one person follows you.
That was so crazy.
First
to
of all,
say.
this guy, if you want to do my budget for me when I go to budget camp next week, I would love that because you sound like earlier we were talking about the shirts and I had just threw a number out there and he's like, "That's not right. That's just something about the price." I'm like, "Okay, Aiden, it was not that serious." He like his brain went into the Matrix
I'm doing
mode.
engineering. This is what I do.
You-
This is it's how I'm wired.
I need some of that wiring in here because I hate numbers.
It's a
doing that
blessing and a
too.
curse.
Don't diss on us.
I'm not dissing on
What
you.
happened?
Nothing.
She's dissing on
She
Instagram.
called him a nerd.
I did not.
You can call me. a
I
nerd.
said I did not say a word.
It's a blessing.
I will say that I work with some people that that oversee the property that I run, and I do call them data nerds because they're all about data.
Guys, my mom has a PhD in mathematics.
That's
So
weird.
I love nerds.
Your mom's a nerd.
All right.
A
might
nerd.
be-
that-
All right.
That might be a little crazy.
That is kind of insane. A PhD in math.
She's a professor.
That's terrifying.
Why are you gritting your teeth?
It had an itch. But I will say, when I was in middle school and I got a B in math one time, and I was the happiest person.
Oh,
That was me all the
One
senior
time I
year.
got a B in GT, like gifted talented class, and I was devastated. I cried my eyes out. I cried myself to sleep.
Look, I passed. Okay, so I went to middle school. I went to school all the way through 8th grade, and then I was homeschooled for high school. So I know what school is like and report cards and all those things. Back then, they would print it out on like a copy paper, like those carbon copy papers, and I would be terrified to go home that day because it was always like parent signature needed, and I was just distracted all the time. Like I feel like I'm a smart person. I mean, come on, but like I just was a yapper. I like talking to my friends, and I was daydreaming all the time. And I'm like, I just don't want to be here learning about history or math, which is really weird because that's literally what I do. My job is like 90% math.
That's like fun math though. There's like no letters in your math.
Bro. Oh, there's no letters.
Once you put letters in it, it is over.
I think
E and L.
Oh my gosh.
I was doing I was doing some budget, and then I sent a picture of it to Sean. I was like, "Bro, you like this?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What a weirdo." Nah, he's a cool guy. But anyway, anything else you guys want to say?
Oh. For someone who may or may not be considering an internship at CBC, what would you say to a certain person?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is that surprising you?
Undisclosed.
Neither confirm nor deny.
I would, especially for you, Aiden, I would 100%.
Why are we name dropping?
All right. All right. I would 100% recommend it. I think just specifically CBC was just incredible work for, and just seeing the heart of the team and what we got to do was so fun every day. I actually sat on the couch on Thursday because I had so much fun all summer, and our residents had gotten up, which is the Aidens and Sarah and Michaela. They had all gotten up and to go to their graduation, and I thought we had them until 4:00 that day. What I didn't know is they were like leaving, and so I literally like bawled my eyes out on Caleb's couch in his office because I was like, man, I'm just going to miss them. And I'm just so grateful to have had this opportunity. And I thought I was going to have them until 4 o'clock. So just the team is great. And what you get to do every single day is great. And cleaning closets and loading trucks is great. So I give 100% of my recommend. I told Pastor Caleb I would be an intern for the rest of my life if I could. I literally would do it because it's so fun. And it's so like just seeing the way God moves. And I wrote in this, Pastor Slayton had us write papers on what we learned, like God stories, all of that. And one of the things I put is this summer I learned how big God is. Because
Wow, that's good.
in my head, God is just present and he's available if you go seek him. But really God is like the omnipresence of the Lord was really evident to me this summer. And just being around people who feed into that and who just go into things expecting for God to move and are prepared for God to move, and having that kind of faithfulness and boldness was so encouraging to my own prayer life and to my walk with the Lord. And so this internship just really truthfully changed so much in my spiritual life. 10 out of 10 recommend. 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. That's awesome.
It's incredible.
I think I wasn't an intern, but I think you would be phenomenal for that program. I definitely see ministry like as part of your calling. It's not
I've
even
been
like
telling him this.
it's not even like a guess. Like this is literally like I sense it. Just I watch you worship, bro. I see you like separate yourself from the crowd to be with Jesus and focus, like especially like during camp. And this is not to say anybody that didn't do this, but I'm just saying like I see that extra effort you make to really focus on Jesus, and not a lot of people do have that quality. And so yes, I think ministry is definitely in your future, and I 100% back what you say, is especially for you, Aiden. So go for it. You have my. If you need a recommendation letter, Aiden, I will give you a recommendation later.
I got you too, Aiden.
Yeah, see, there you
I'll relay all this to my friend Aiden.
go.
I would listen to you preach. I think you'd be a great preacher. Because you're already great at talking a lot. So
What?
And I think there is a 100% podcast episode featuring Aiden in the future.
Oh no. I'm down.
He's down. Travis will have to travel back to San Antonio for that.
yeah, stay tuned. I don't know when I'm free.
Stay tuned.
Next summer.
I
To
don't
be
know when I'll be
determined.
released
Next summer.
from my.
Next summer after you do all of the volunteer opportunities that I force your way.
What?
You heard me.
I feel like you guys go to school and you guys have like a holiday like coming. I mean, it's already gonna be fall, so we're looking at Thanksgiving break already.
We're looking. A&M has a fall break. We
What?
don't just have spring break. We also have fall break.
What is fall break?
Fall break it's a Monday and it's either a Thursday or Friday or
So you get a
Mon-
long weekend?
Yeah,
It's
like
like
a
a
4-day weekend, and it's called fall break, and
Yeah.
it is the greatest. And you get to come back. It's like early
When it-
October.
Sounds
That's
like
like
a fall
early
break
October.
podcast recap. What do you call it?
Touch base with Travis.
Touch base with
yeah,
Travis.
reunion.
Well, I mean, Aiden
Hmm?
doesn't know it yet.
Reunion.
Reunion.
What?
Aiden doesn't know it yet, but
This
in the
Aiden?
in the next couple of years, he will be attending A&M.
I'm being kidnapped.
Yeah. I would love to say I'll see you there, but I graduate in May.
I'll
So.
see you there.
Travis
Yeah,
will see you
you-
there.
You join me
You're not gonna see me there.
in the core.
You can,
I don't
Not
see
good.
that.
I could get you right.
I could get you right. It's crazy.
that's
No,
crazy.
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks though. I appreciate it.
I will say this too. One thing real quickly, and I know I've told you this before, but I want to get on the record. Y'all's brotherhood is like makes me jealous sometimes that I didn't have that like brother. I've got a lot of male friends in my life that I look up to, and that but you guys are like literally back to back brothers, and I'm so loving it, and I'm so
Well,
impressed by it.
he basically lives in my house now. Like, my parents basically have 3 sons. He does his dishes too, so I'm not
Oh.
complaining.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. We've been like this close for like a year though, so like it was a recent development,
Yeah, I mean, I
but
have known him since like 1st grade.
we've known each other for a long time.
And I'll say it again too. It really upsets me that we went to the same camp at beach camp.
2 years ago.
2 years ago,
2 years.
and I didn't know
That's
who you
actually-
were.
Hey, it wasn't meant to be.
My faith, actually. Fun fact. We'll build on that later
On the recap,
on the next podcast.
Stay tuned.
next season on the Life Stories podcast. Well, cool.
I really like this microphone.
That was actually the only camp that we've won. The first one I went to, beach camp, Thunder.
Hey,
How was? Go ahead.
bring back dodgeball tournaments. That's all I
Bring
gotta
back
say.
dodgeball tournaments.
Caleb,
You
if
had a
you
dodgeball tournament?
does Caleb
We
listen to
did,
this?
and I won.
We
I don't
won.
think
We
so.
won back-to-back years at beach camp. By the way, Caleb, if you're listening to this, dodgeball tournament next high school camp.
Well, fall camp, or maybe one weekend, whatever one weekend turns into. I don't.
Cosmic dodgeball.
Cosmic
It was a
dodgeball.
hit. It was a hit.
That
I
was the
promise
thing for
you.
teen
I loved
teen
it.
hang or
It was
preteen
yeah.
hang.
preteen hang. I was
Yeah, the
I
kids
was
hated to see
me
Aiden
and
in there.
Duck. We worked that. It was awesome. It was a
Oh,
great
man.
time.
Aiden was the reason there needed to be a medic there.
This Aiden.
Yeah.
You have to clear up because there's 3 Aidens.
This is
I'm
little Aiden.
I'm little Aiden.
This is
Then there's
little Aiden.
Lindley, who's medium Aiden. And there's Price, who's tall Aiden. And big
Yes.
Aiden.
Big Aiden.
I don't know why.
That's crazy.
Well, thanks guys. Thank you, Molly, for coming
Yeah,
in.
great episode, Molly.
Yeah, I'm so
Thanks.
excited.
Y'all made up half of it,
Thanks
which
for
is like.
inviting us. This was
Yeah.
very fun.
I'm actually
That's
so
great.
glad y'all ended up in it. Like
Yeah.
that was best case scenario.
It makes me happy too, because like I said, I talk about CBC students all the time, and you guys are like in this conversation, and now you guys are actually here in the flesh, and people know that you're real, and I'm not just making stuff up.
Yeah, we're real. I promise we're real.
We'll have to get the rest of the graduates, like Jackson and Zayden.
That'd be a crazy episode.
That would.
You'd have to put the camera like over there.
Jackson's gonna stay in town.
Jackson is staying down. Zayden is leaving. He's going to Corpus.
It's okay, well, I'll be back at the same time. We
Yeah.
got winter break.
Yeah.
Christmas
We're gonna go
special.
on during winter break. We're actually going on a ski trip. Fun fact. It's happening.
If it makes it out of the group chat.
It's happening.
Crazy.
We're going on a ski trip. I'm spending my scholarship money.
I just want the record to know that I'm not part of that group chat.
It's literally just me and Aiden.
That's a group chat I'm
That's
not
the
part
group
of.
chat.
Do you have a ski house?
Negative.
You
And in
big-
fact, ever since it snowed here in Texas that one time in
You don't like
2020, the snow vid, the snowmageddon,
Yeah, do you know?
I hate snow.
I love snow.
That's
so
insane.
much.
I'm
So,
moving to Colorado. The second I get the
if I had,
opportunity.
yeah, if Texas were to like explode, I'd be in Colorado.
For sure. If Texas weren't to explode, I would still go to Colorado.
CBC Denver, here they come.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Hey, I
used
told
to-
Casey we'd stop by on our trip.
That's sweet.
CBC Denver, launching in February, I think. He asked me to come, and I'm like, "Is it gonna be snowing in February?" He said, "Probably." I said, "Then
Yeah,
no,
it will.
I will not be there." Snow. I am a 100% Texan.
So you like a beach then?
I
You just like dry and hot.
I just like Texas,
Texas
snow-free
is anything.
Texas.
Texas is anything. It could be 20
Yeah.
degrees and it could be 107.
Well,
Probably more.
diversity.
Wow.
All right.
The melting pot of the United States.
It really is. It really. You step outside right now, you'll probably melt.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
It's
So
still like 100 degrees outside.
yeah, and it's not even like that dark. We're about to go have some sweet stuff.
We're gonna have a sweet treat. I
Yeah,
declare
we
that.
are down the street. It's so exciting. But yeah, so normally I like to ask my guests to pray out. So if you want to pray us out,
Yeah, I can. Yeah, this is fun. Okay. Father God, I thank you for this conversation that the guys and I had. I just pray that you spoke through us, Lord, and I pray that whoever listens, God, is touched and is brought closer to you and you're glorified in all of it, Lord. And I just thank you for this opportunity to share my story, share my testimony with David, Lord. And I just thank you for him and his heart to learn the story of other people. And thank you for it, God. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen. Yes.
All done. Thank you, Life Stories
This
Podcast.
was fun.
Big thanks.
Shout out Molly Bentley.
Yeah, follow her on Instagram. That she's probably not on right now.
Actually, I have it right
I
now.
will tag her Instagram on the description below.
That's so kind.
And you will be like, that's Molly. World famous.